Hi everyone, Martin again, and I'm back with another video. And today I would like to talk about core beliefs about emotions, what are really harmful for us. I found that most of us really have those beliefs, and so it's really important to identify them and really become mindful and present to the fact that we might have those beliefs, which are really dysfunctional and affecting our well-being and happiness. So what are these beliefs what don't really serve us that well? Well, the first belief is the acceptability of negative emotions. Negative emotions and thoughts, actually. So these beliefs come from the experience in the childhood where expressing of emotions, positive or negative, was met with the lack of sympathy or even punishment. And so in the early stage of our life, we have learned that we should not really express any negative emotions, and so we learn to suppress them and avoid them. And what happens when we avoid these emotions and thoughts is that we really don't get to fully understand ourselves, and it turns into a lack of self-understanding and self-acceptance. So we are not really able to know who we are and why we feel certain ways and why we think certain way, because we are constantly avoiding and not accepting these thoughts and emotions, and thus we are not really able to take care of ourselves, right? So to really be able to be happy and well in our life and have the life we want, and to really live a life authentically, we first have to understand what do we really want and how do we feel. And if we avoid and dismiss and not accept any of these emotions and thoughts, we can't really reflect on ourselves and understand where is all this coming from and what do we need to do next. And we can actually suffer from various symptoms, and the research has shown that the main symptoms of not accepting negative emotions and thoughts, by the way, this could be even positive emotions, but the more common thing is that we suppress and avoid the negative ones, because that has been the stigma in our society, that we all know that if we see someone who is crying or not really in control of their emotions, we automatically start thinking or associating that with them being sick in some way, or having some mental disorder, or just not really have it together and not being this strong and confident person. So that comes hand in hand with the stigma in our society about emotions, and that's because the emphasis has been put on people who are able to be always in control and never express any emotions, positive and negative. So that was just a little side note, that this is why we experience this kind of situation, and that it also is about positive emotion, not only the negative ones. So I was gonna mention a few of the problems we can actually develop from not accepting our emotions, and one of the main one is depression, because we are not listening to how our body and mind feels and what it wants. We get to the place of depression when the studies have found that eating disorders or borderline personality disorder or post-traumatic stress disorder are all connected with not acceptance of emotions. So this is really something I would like to point out to you, that it's really important to challenge this belief and to really realize that this believing that certain emotions should be suppressed or dismissed or completely avoid is really, really harmful to you. And it can cause many problems in the body and in the mind. So I would really like to point out that it's really important to let go of that belief and instead replace it with a new one, healthier one. For example, that I feel confident expressing how I feel, or I can handle any kind of emotion. I can handle that pain, I can handle that feeling because I have always I was always able to handle any hardship what came my way in the past. I can handle this situation again, or something like that. It's really important to replace that belief with the healthier one. And the second core belief I would like to mention about emotions is the changeability of emotions. What I mean by that is that a lot of us actually believe that once we feel some certain feeling or emotion, we are not really able to change that. It doesn't matter what we do, how hard we try, it will just not go away, and there's nothing we can do about it. And this is an interesting thing because it's like this vicious circle where a person who believes that they cannot really change their emotional state will never attempt or try to actually do that. And because they will never try to do that, what they will experience is that they cannot change them, right? It's this serpent eating its tail kind of circle. So by changing this belief that emotions can be changed, we engage into behavior and different coping mechanisms and techniques which actually do change our emotional state, and it creates this whole new behavior where we actually at the end we experience that we can change our emotions and we can work with them, and we can call for positive or negative emotions whenever we want, just with our thoughts and however we need. And because in the work what we do at Millimar Holistic Healing and Coaching, we work with the mind and the body holistically. So we know that the emotions can be really powerful healing tool. It has amazing potential to actually heal the body and get rid of pain, but it also has tremendous potential to damage the body and the mind. So if a person believes that they cannot really change their emotional state, what they experience in their life is that they experience more of the negative emotions and less of the positive. And that again could lead to a lot of different problems and symptoms, right? Like anxiety, low self-esteem, again depression, different disorders. It's all connected, right? So I just wanted to make this really clear and point out that having these two beliefs about emotions, that some of them are just not acceptable or like to express or to even feel or think of, and that we cannot really change them once we feel them, those two core beliefs are really, really dysfunctional for our well-being and for our happiness in our life and success. So I want you to really think about, if you do have these kind of beliefs about emotions, it's really important for you to challenge those beliefs and replace them with beliefs what are actually healthy for you and what will support you or lift you up rather than keep you stuck and in a position where there's nothing you can do about it. So at the end, I prepared a few questions what can actually help you to recognize if you do have these beliefs. And some of these questions are: if I lose control of my emotions in front of others, they will think less of me. I should be able to take care of to control my emotions. If I let myself feel this emotion, I will become overwhelmed by it. If I'll tell others how I feel, they will use it against me. If I tell others how I feel, they will think I'm weak. Other people don't feel this way. There must be something wrong with me. Only an immature person would get so emotional. I should be able to cope with difficulties on my own without turning to others for support. Or, to be acceptable to others, I must keep any difficulties or negative feelings to myself. Or, this emotional state is not a normal response. I have to get rid of it. A happy person would not feel this way. That person responded differently than I did. Therefore, my emotional reaction is wrong. If I let myself feel this pain, it will kill me. If I show sign of weakness, others will reject me. Showing my emotions to others makes me look like a drama queen. There is many questions like this, and this is just a few of them. And why am I reading those questions to you? It's for you to maybe even stop the video, go back, listen to them again, and try to reflect on yourself if they resonate with you. If you feel like, yeah, this is something what I tell myself. And if you do, you have just identified a dysfunctional core belief about emotions. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, it's really important to challenge these beliefs. Really, the best way to do this is not only challenge those beliefs, but replace them with healthier ones, good ones. The ones what will empower you in your life and in your experiences and interactions and situations. So you can, again, pause the video, listen to the questions, identify the ones what resonate with you, and then think of how could you replace them with new ones what will be empowering to you. For example, if you believe that if you feel this pain, it will kill you, you can instead introduce a new belief or a new story you have about emotions. And over time, your subconscious mind will accept it as a new belief. If you repeat it over and over again, it will become a new belief, a new story, and it will become automatic in your subconscious mind, and you will actually live it. So if you, as I said, if you believe that if you feel this pain, it will kill you, you can replace this belief with a new one, such as, yeah, it will be painful, but I can handle it, as I have always handled hard situations in the past, right? Or I can do another one. For example, if someone, or if you believe that if I lose control of my emotion in front of others, they will think less of me. Well, I understand that this might be coming from your own life experiences, or actually people treating you this way, but there is actually a lot of people in the world who will give you support if you express your emotions. That could be your closest friends, your partners, your family. So if you keep this belief that if you show any emotions, it will people will think of you less, you will always suppress it, and you will suffer from all these symptoms as I mentioned above. So way healthier belief about emotions would be, if I show my emotions to others, they will give me empathy and they will give me support because they know how much it hurts, or because they feel emotions themselves, right? This is a way healthier belief to have about emotions than the one that they will think less of you. And this is really what I wanted to talk about and point out in today's video, since I've noticed that a lot of us, even I, used to have these beliefs. And to really reprogram the mind, it's important to repeat that as much as we can, anytime we can get present to the fact that we are repeating to ourselves those dysfunctional beliefs. We really need to become present to that and mindful and stop and make a change, and stop telling ourselves those beliefs, and instead of telling the ones that are actually empowering to us. So yeah, that was really the point of this video, and I hope you guys learned something here, or it gave you some useful information. Again, I'm Martin from Milimar Holistic Healing and Coaching. You can check our website. I'll put the link in the description below, or you can visit our website, or if you want to get in touch with me and work with me, feel free. I'll be happy to help. And as usual, have a wonderful day.